What's up, guys? It's John here for Time 4 TV, and I'm here with a very special guest, owner of Crayford Weights and Fitness, the IFBB head judge, legend that is, Mr. Paul Knight. How you doing, Paul?
I'm great, buddy. Very well,
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. Really appreciate you. We're having social distance here, guys. You know, by and by all the guidelines and everything like that. But yeah, very welcome to be. Very glad to be here with you again, mate. Yeah, that's it. Always good to come see you, mate. Have you been? You well?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, things carry on with things, try and do things. Obviously, around the gym and just general stuff. I mean, we had to have a first aid course the other day for the staff. You have to service the aircon. It is what it is. We've all been in the same boat. All independent gyms. We're all waiting to open. But we're getting there. It's another week, so
nice. Yeah, that's it. Only 1 week left to go until they're open. Obviously, we come to see you within the first lockdown. But how have you found this one? Because like, a lot of people just saying like, this one's basically been shit. Like it's just been much worse and just feels like a big inconvenience. How have you found it, like in terms of like your gym and stuff like that?
I think mood-wise, obviously the last lockdown, a lot of it was through the summer. We didn't have a bad summer because that took the edge off it. But this time it's during the winter. Obviously, it's getting dark early, and obviously it's like anything. It's the second time around. It's just dragged, and obviously people want to get back in the gym. They're making do with what they can, bands, dumbbells, whatever they lay their hands on.
Yeah.
I know it's like, is it going to end? I think that's in everyone's mind.
Yeah.
They tolerated the first time.
Yeah.
Second time's always hard, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And in terms of like, for those that don't know, who've never been to Crayford, like I'm not just being biased. Like this gym is insane. Like, have you? Like I know last lockdown you got yourself some new bits of equipment. Have you had any new bits arrive through this lockdown?
No, because as I've got things in mind that I'm going to do.
You don't have to reveal those, by the way. You can keep them top secret.
Yeah, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I don't think it's the gym in the UK that does what I'm going to do. So hopefully it'll bring more people and it'll make it busier. Obviously, I'm always trying to evolve, keep moving up. Like any gym, I mean, you've got to in these days. There's a lot of competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep it fresh.
So, what year did you start Crayford then? When did you start it?
It's 2010.
Okay.
I remember it was November the 22nd we opened. Always remember the date.
Right. Yeah. Nice. Love that.
Yeah. I mean, the location's good. Parking's good. We're near the motorway. It's quite densely populated around here, and there's a lot of amenities nearby, like train stations up the road as well. Got the McDonald's if you like that sort of thing. Nando's is on the corner.
Yeah.
It's easy to get to, and it's the centre of everything really. It's great. I mean, the facility's nice. It's a good building. We converted it. Obviously, put a lot of money into the conversion, but I like doing things right.
Yeah.
And it's great atmosphere in the gym.
It's always a good atmosphere when I come here. So that's interesting you say that. So when you focused a lot of work on, say, like the infrastructure of where, because everything's positioned so well. So has that been, was it always this big, or have you like extended it over time and stuff like?
We start with this unit, which is 5,000 square foot downstairs and upstairs. That worked very well. And obviously, luckily for us, for me, the next two units come on.
Right.
They vacated, so we'll go for broke and knock it through, then restructure the gym again, because obviously I like keeping an equal amount of equipment for each body part.
Right.
Most gyms, you shouldn't have a weak section, really.
Yeah.
So obviously we're trying to keep it equal. Each body part's covered.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone's fighting for room in the gym. So you want to put the right amount of kit in the right place and make use of the gym, but not make it too crowded. So there's a lot of planning involved. Most gym owners go through that. But I'm quite pleased how the gym is at the moment, but obviously I'm looking at the next step.
And have you found, has that always been, I can imagine that's just been ingrained in you, because people that run their own businesses and stuff, they've always got that, now that it needs more. But I'm guessing you've always been at that, right, we're here, I'm happy with that, but now it's time to go here. If you always had that kind of mindset.
Yeah, and a lot of things, everyone wants to strive to be better in life in whatever they do, but for me, that's always been the game. Obviously, from being around gyms all them years, don't get me wrong, some great workouts, some great gyms, some of them spit and sawdust places, made my best gains in them gyms, but obviously you've got to move with the times.
Yeah.
You can still make it as hardcore as you like, but cater for everyone.
Yeah.
And still have that atmosphere.
I would say that's probably one thing, and when I tell people about Crayford, if your ears are ever burning, it's probably because I'm talking about it, but it is actually one of the most hardcore gyms I've ever been to. Like, I grew up in spit and sawdust gyms as well. Like, I love those gyms, but you get that here, but it doesn't look like that, which I think is probably why it's more appealing. Because obviously I know you guys, well, for those that don't know, you have pro athletes here, you've got everyone, but would you say the gym's made up mostly of athletes, or just sort of like normal people, or is there a balance of both?
I think there's a good demographic of people here. I mean, we've got solicitors, we've got scaffolders, we've got bricklayers. Obviously, we've got some pro athletes here. People do come for the weekend and travel down from Essex or from the south coast, which is great because I love Saturdays as well because we've got different people from different gyms. Everyone seems to gel. There's never been moody in here, which I love. I mean, as a gym owner, you've got to set the atmosphere in the gym, I think. It all stems from the gym owner. If you put a cloud on the place, it will transfer to the members. It always does. So, and I love being amongst it because it's good buzz seeing different athletes coming. Where are you from, buddy? And get up a rapport, come back again. You're always welcome. I welcome anyone from any gym. It's just creating a place. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I love that, and I've always said that as well. Whenever, cause I love going to different gyms. I mean, that's how I ended up here, like traveling to different gyms, and like I always say, a gym's always as good as their owner. Like, because like you say, you're involved with it, you care about it, and you can just see, like, I don't know many gyms that have a bicep section. I mean, if I lived here, I'd probably have good biceps, but you can just tell that there's actual thought that goes into it. And I suppose that's, like I say, that's nice to have like local people come in and then people that are traveling stay down. I bet that feels insane. Like really good to have people come down.
But it's nice to have a quick chat. And where you come from, I've come from Portsmouth or wherever, North London. It's great. And everyone enjoy the work out here, do you know what I mean? Enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's nice to have the room to have a bicep section.
Yes, yeah.
But over time, obviously new equipment comes about, new ideas, the demographic changes of what people want from a gym. And you can't be a dinosaur, you've got to move with the times. Yeah. Everything's changing, bodybuilding is always changing. Or the fitness industry itself, it's changing every year.
So would you say, obviously, I mean as in like, because I'm sure their decision doesn't control what you think, but your members have a significant input on what you choose and get, because you've got some amazing bits of kit here, and you've got some good bits of kit, even like last year when you showed me the hoist stuff. And is that on you doing your research, or is it coming from what your members are saying, or what's sort of your thought process? If you was going to get some new bits of kit, how would you sort of, you know?
Obviously with the judging, I've been to different countries, and if I do that to countries, I always visit any gyms that they're local, obviously pick out some pieces, obviously also talk to equipment suppliers as well, what's new, I'll investigate, obviously take feedback from the members as well, any people training, or even if someone's, I don't know, been to Kuwait, been to O2 or one of them gyms, and tell me, even if it's a gym in the UK, and tell me, oh, I saw this bit of kit, Paul, I'll investigate it, and then if I feel we're needed at Crayford, I'll buy it, do you know what I mean? But it's got to supersede what I've got already.
Yes, yeah.
No,
which is pretty hard, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, some people do like changing all the time, but if it's a good bit of kit and everyone loves it and enjoys it, why change it? Do you know what I mean? It ain't broke, don't fix it, in my opinion.
100%, I agree. So what did you do before you ran Crayford then? What was your background before you opened the gym in 2010?
All my family are sort of in the building game. Okay. Brickwork, groundworks, block paving, always worked with them. Obviously, got into training like anyone else. I was a skinny lad. Thought I just wanted to look better in clothes, really, because I was under 10 stone. Right. Started training and just caught the bug, basically, and then competed, and it all moved on from there. Obviously, went from training, competing like most people. Some people just fall into bodybuilding. I did because I've tried every sport. Obviously, I played football when I was younger. Yeah. I played county table tennis, which is a shock to most people.
Wow, didn't know that. Right, okay.
I used to play 4 times a week.
Wow.
Be local, county, and different leagues, and obviously practice once a week. But then I discovered bodybuilding, and then one had to go. Right. So obviously I chose bodybuilding, and never looked back really. If you get into bodybuilding, people got their own sports, but for me, bodybuilding it was for me. It chose me really. Yeah. Some people like playing snooker, they like playing darts, each their own, but I just love bodybuilding.
Nice, I love that. And that obviously comes across with you running the gym that you run and how you interact and engage with people. So so you used to be a judge as well. How did that sort of come about? Was that after you've competed?
Yes.
Yeah?
It's just asked by, obviously everyone knows that Sarah Bridges said, would you like to judge? I said, well, I'll give it a go, I might not like it. Do you know what I mean? It's a special breed of person because I sit there for 10 hours and judge and still be engaged. Yeah. So I started it, enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. Really, I got a buzz out of it. Yeah. It felt like I was involved, do you know what I mean? And, yeah. And obviously the highlight for me back in the early days was obviously the British finals, being on that judging panel. To me, I'd be there anyway. Yeah. As a fan. Right. I'm still a fan. I'll always be a fan. Yeah. But I'm judging at the same time, which I think you can be. I mean, a certain person said to me, you can't be a fan and a judge. but that's a bit ridiculous to me. You've got to love the sport to become a judge.
Yes, yeah, I agree with that.
You can't sit there for 10 hours or sometimes and not be a fan.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit there if I weren't a fan of something.
That doesn't stop your judgment of the person. I mean, I've judged some people that I've been fans of their physiques,
Right.
pro division.
Yeah.
But I still judge them fairly.
Yeah.
It's just I'm still a fanboy in a lot of ways.
That's wicked.
But you can be subjective.
Yeah.
I can do it. It's not a problem.
That's really good fun. And do you still do that at the moment, or have you still, obviously I know shows aren't on and stuff at the moment. Is judging something you still do?
Yeah, I want to carry on judging, but we'll see what comes about this season. But obviously with COVID, it's like some federations are trying to put on shows at the moment.
Yeah.
A bit premature in my estimate, but obviously put a show on when everything's back to normal, I think. And obviously, a bodybuilding show for the atmosphere needs an audience. Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it does.
And obviously, a lot of people haven't had access to the gym, but each to their own. I mean, I don't knock anyone who wants to compete at the moment. I mean, if you manage to get by and that keeps you motivated, obviously physically and mentally, then by all means do it. But in an ideal scenario, we want everything open. You can compete.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm looking forward to. I found that like my physique, I don't know, it's sort of it's lacking a kind of fullness at the moment from training at home. Like I've done well to train at home, but like when I was looking at my photos this morning, it just, I don't know, it's missing that pop, that you get from obviously training in the gym, which is bizarre, and I'm looking forward to getting that back.
Yeah, number one's the equipment. Number two is getting off on other people trained as well, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You're in the zone, basically. I mean, hats off to you to train at home on your own, the motivation.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think for me, it's because I love training. I'm like, I also don't want to take any, you know what it's like when you spend years building a physique, I don't want to take any steps back. So it's literally like, right, let's do whatever we can to keep this building. And then I'm at the point now, like I say, where I'm excited because as soon as the gym opens, obviously I'm on my cut at the moment, but I feel like as soon as the gym opens, my physique's going to look different. And I won't even have to tweak any of my diet or anything. I'll keep everything how it is. The change will be obviously being back here and stuff. And I suppose it helps having a gym like this. Obviously, that's why I'm going to come and train as much as I can because of the types of equipment that you've got. Which this is probably a tough question. I asked Rob Waterhouse this, and it's hard to pinpoint in one. Do you have a favourite piece? I'm going to say per body part, not like favourite one piece. I don't think we can do that. But if you had like a favourite bit of leg equipment, what would you say it is?
In this gym, I'd probably say the pre-core hack squat.
Yeah, love the pre-core hack squat. Yeah,
because always loved it through the years, and out of all the hack squats in the world, apart from the original Cybex, it's sort of neck and neck.
Yeah.
To me, that is everyone loves it. Everyone loves the pre-core.
Yeah.
Plus, I managed to get the last one they ever made, which is a bonus.
Right. Okay. Cool. So it's got a bit of sentimental value
to me. Out of all the hack squats, it's probably the best one in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that it's the way that it's laid down as well, the angle of it. Like I love the Cybex one as well, but like we was talking about earlier, like that one is a soul destroyer. But it seems a bit steeper, whereas pre-core's laid back a little bit more, isn't it? So it's a little bit more comfortable and a bigger foot plate as well. Yeah,
you've got to be careful what hack squats you do buy in the gym because obviously some people it aggravates their knees. It can be a knee killer, but most people, 95% of people tolerate the pre-core, which is good. Obviously, I'm going to get another one anyway. I'm going to get a Cybex.
Got to have both.
That's on the list. Got to have it.
Nice.
But it's nice that I've got the room to obviously put a pendulum in, a belt squat.
Yeah, I do like a belt squat. I do like a belt squat, I've got to say. Pendulum's weird. I've used an Atlantis one, and I used the Watson one. And the Watson one, which one have you got here?
Well, I ordered Atlantis, but it's going to be 16 weeks. But I rung Simon Watson up. He said, I've got one here in your colours. Right. Silver and red to go. So, and give me a cracking deal on it, to be fair.
Right, all right, wicked, cool. So it'll be an Atlantis one coming then, yeah. So I think the Atlantis one, you can load up more plates. Because I remember on the Watson one, I put on like 220s on each side. It was way too heavy. Had to take them straight off. Like, have you got any Watson stuff here?
Yeah, I've got some Watson pieces, yeah. I mean, he made me a City Row when we first opened. It's got a 300 kilo stack.
Oh, you haven't still got that one, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that one. Oh, yeah, right, okay.
Because predominantly most seated rows are underweighted for bigger guys.
Right,
Like me, at the end, I used to use it at the end of the workout, still push out 15 clean reps. So now I thought, if I open a gym, I'm made with a bigger stack. So no one's going to stack it. Yeah. Unless you're Savicus or a top strongman, 28, 30 stone plus, because it drags you out the seat. It'll rip you out the seat. Yeah. So, I mean, that was always my goal, to beat every machine.
Right, okay, cool, like that.
So if I have my own gym, put machines that no one can beat. Do you know what I mean?
I love that.
Like, I've got a plate loaded like pull down.
Yeah, the one just over there. Yeah.
You can't beat the machine. Just put more plates on it. Put 50s on if you have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that. That's good thinking. I really
You've
like
got to think out the box sometimes, especially. I mean, he made me the monolift, which I've got in the gym.
Okay.
Obviously, actually made to measure.
Right.
It's 5 millimeters from the ceiling.
Wow.
But it's the first one he ever made. But obviously, monolift is a specialist piece of kit.
Yes.
No one per se, no brand actually makes them.
Yeah.
As part of their range. So that's a specialist thing. So
Right.
he made that for me. He also made me a Viking press.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the first one he's ever made. He'd done a prototype for me, which was nice.
Wow.
He aimed to do some nice. Obviously, we've got the Watson dumbbells.
Oh, of course you have. Yeah, of course you have. Yeah, those are lovely dumbbells. They're really nice. They've got the Crayford brand on there as well. They're wicked.
Yeah, we've got one of his standing calves here. It's got 2 steps on it. I don't know if you know it. It's got a massive stack.
Right.
Plus, you can plate load at the top.
Oh, what, as well as a stack?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that before. Because the one I've used before like that is the old Cybex one. Old Cybex seated calf. I've never seen one put plates on. Again, beat the machine, add more weight onto it.
Yeah, obviously, I've got that one. There's another standing calf for Life Fitness one. It's really good. It's got the foot plate is curved, so you can do it front or back. It's curved on the pads. I've got a toe press calf.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is the hammer one. Also
Nice.
got the seated hammer, and I've got a plate loaded donkey calf as well.
So if you come to Crayford and you don't have calves, there's no excuse. You're doing something wrong.
Like they say, you've got to try and cover all the bases.
Yeah. All right, so with that then, so what would be your favourite piece of back kit? So that's legs, and we've gone through what calves. We'll say which one is your favourite calf in a minute, but what's your favourite piece of back kit? Because you've got some insane pieces of back equipment here.
Yeah, it's a close call that, because we've got 20 pieces of back without reverse hyper.
That's mad.
20 separate pieces. Obviously, all ranges. Obviously, it was now we've had it for about 6-7 months. It's probably the prime low row for me, because of the adjustment of the height, the different grips,
and when you can load the plates as well for the weight distribution. Yeah.
And your chest supported, which to me, and the angles are perfect.
Yeah.
And obviously, you put the resistance where you want.
That's a wicked.
A close second is probably the highest pull down because of the movement.
Yeah. So for those who don't know about hoist is. It's really weird. Like, you have to see videos. Anyone that listens to this in audio will be like, go and Google it and have a look. But I think you're one of the first places I've ever seen with the amount of hoist kits you got. And I remember you saying to me, like, yeah, I'm getting a couple, but you had a fair few bits. But that pull down is insane. Like, and because some people think it looks a bit gimmicky where you move with it. But how would you rate hoist equipment?
The hoist rock system is great. I mean, I've got 5 pieces. There's one more piece that I possibly might get is the shoulder press.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that I'm old school. Do you know what I mean? I'm always a skeptic, but I tried it. It had some out in Vegas when I was out there, where I was going out to watch the Olympia, and I tried it and loved it. I mean, the engineering is fantastic, and even the pec fly, the leg press, the glute kickback.
Yeah.
Crazy bit of kit. Unless you tried it, don't knock it till you try it. But I love the hoist kit.
Yeah, I've got to say, when I used it here, I was like, yeah, this is decent. This is really good. There's another gym in Brighton, Phoenix. They got the seated row. And he used the seated row as well, and I was just like, yeah, this just works so well. So I think Hoist they've got something with that, haven't they? They've really
I think they're forward thinking, and it's something different. And to be fair, the leg press is good as well, because it takes it off the knee.
Yeah, right, because of how it moves, and even the position that it's in as well. It's a very that's quite a big leg press, but yeah, it's very comfortable. When I've done sets and stuff on it, it's wicked big.
Yeah, the range of motion is fantastic. A lot of thought and biomechanics has gone into that.
Yeah.
See, it's because all the angles are different on each machine, as the way the rock system works.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I urge anyone to try it.
So anyone listening to this, if your gym or a gym has got some hoist, get yourself there to try it out. What about chest? Your favourite bit of chest kit?
Chest. Difficult one. Chest. For me, I still love the hammer kit on chest.
Yeah.
And probably have all the kit in there, it'd be the super incline.
I thought you were going to say that. I honestly thought, I was thinking, I know which one he's going to pick. Yeah, it's got to be. That's a timeless bit of kit. That's wicked.
So we've got the super incline, we've got the normal incline, we've got the flat, we've got the wide chest, we've got the decline.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got the Nautilus fat grips in there, incline flat, Cybex.
Yeah.
There's a lot of we've got standing pec fly, Atlantis. There's obviously loads to throw a stick at, but
Yeah.
to me you can't use a massive amount of weight, but the range of motion and how it hits the chest is bang on for me.
Yeah, I think obviously like anyone that knows, Hammer Strength is like a timeless brand within this game,
Yeah.
but there are some bits there's some machines that other companies have made ones that are slightly better, but some of them, like the range of incline machines, I feel like they are staples. Like they will survive the test of time.
Yeah. As a brand across the whole board,
Yeah.
it's still hard to beat Hammer, in my opinion.
What about shoulders?
Shoulders.
Because you've got a shoulder press in the back, the black one that me and One Day have used. What brand is that one?
Black.
Is that even a brand? It just literally looks like the frame, and then he usually loads it up with like 6 plates on the side. I didn't know if it was.
Oh, it's a Cybex.
Is it Cybex? Yeah, okay, it is a Cybex,
I mean,
right?
everyone loves that machine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're simple, their movements, even their chest, incline chest, but you can load a lot of weight, which is good for people who want to lift a lot of weight, and it's good for the Instagram, not being funny.
Yeah, of course.
People like posting doing big weight, which is fair enough.
6 plates.
Yeah, because obviously everyone knows that machine dependent, and you can use less or more weight. But to me, probably for chest would be. Oh no, sorry, for shoulders.
Shoulders, yeah.
I'd like the Atlantis standing lateral.
Okay, do you know what? Honestly, I was thinking that in my head. That is a beautiful bit of kit. That is really nice.
Only because it's bilateral and it's not fixed. Not be unkind to Arsenal, but your palms are facing each other. To me, that's not a natural movement. Obviously, with the handles, obviously, like I said, it's bilateral, so you can get and the way it adjusts. Obviously, the foot plate, any height, person, arm length, it caters for.
Yeah.
And you get that nice replicating natural movement, which is what you need. It's got to replicate natural movement. Otherwise, it's not a good machine in my book. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's very smooth as well. Did you have to order that from? Where does it come from? America? Does Atlantis come? Right. I was gonna say because I haven't seen any. Again, it's not many gyms I know that have got Atlantis.
Again, he's got his own gym. He's an ex-bodybuilder.
Right. Okay.
And obviously he designs stuff. He used to send me videos on what he's designing.
Right.
Which is nice.
That's wicked.
And he obviously puts it in his gym himself and then tweaks it and changes what needs to be changed to make it perfect.
That's wicked.
Some manufacturers do put kit out too fast.
Right. Yeah.
And then you see the second generation is improved.
Right. Okay.
So sometimes it's best to hold back. Sometimes.
Yeah. I suppose that's where, because I always bang on about the Life Fitness. I don't know what year it was made, but it's like the white branding ones, like the Life Fitness leg extension and stuff like that. Those seem to they stand the test of time, and I guess that's because I've never seen a version 2 of that leg extension where I guess they've taken the time, they've made it right, nailed it, and then put it out. I know there are other Life Fitness leg extensions, but like that one is made, so it's really good that, like you say, if there are companies making equipment,
we've got a Life Fitness leg extension. I've always kept it because the movement's lovely, the adjustment's good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's half the battle.
I think that's one of my favourite leg extensions. I've used a Nautilus one before, which is cool, really steep angle, but that one, and I know many people, and you probably know many pros that have built quads using that that leg extension.
Also, we've got a Prime as well, so it works really well. We've got a Prime leg extension, rear leg curl, leg curl.
Plate loaded ones. Yeah.
We've got the Life Fitness leg extension and hamstring curl, both comparable. A good mixture there, so you can take your pick. Obviously, a hammer, single rear leg, single kickback.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's kit you can't get rid of because until something's made better, I'll keep it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, some people just try and change it just for the sake of it to move with the times, but then there's moving with the times and upsetting people for taking kit out that's perfectly good and does the job.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's good, and I suppose that's your testament to you and your knowledge and like being, like you say, I know, like you say, you're quite old school, but you will move with the times as and when's needed, not just for the sake of it.
Oh no, I'm not. I don't follow fads, but I'll investigate, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And if it's worthwhile, I'll engage with it. But obviously, if I see something that's off key sort of thing, and it's good, I'll bring it on board because it's nice to be different as well.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, because you've got all of this equipment, but then at the back, you've also got the like CrossFit section as well, which is basically the size of a gym within itself as well. So you've opened up your market even more so with that as well. How did that come about?
Again, that unit was a satellite company. Obviously, demand for it obviously went down. They moved to a smaller unit and it's just come up. So I thought, well, what can we do? The gym's big enough. I could expand into that, but CrossFit sort of plyometrics, that sort of one-to-one training and obviously powerlifting it's a one-stop shop in there. Obviously, people like doing the sledges and the runs and even the slam balls. There's there's a rig in there so they can do muscle ups, and there's climbing ropes, everything you need basically.
Yeah.
For that, there's tyres in there, everything, kettlebells, everything you want is in there, which is another string to the bow because you try and cater for everyone.
Yeah.
Plus, it's good for events. We had a charity event the other week before lockdown, which was great.
That's wicked.
And you create a good atmosphere in there.
Yeah. I think one thing that I always get from you, which I love, is like, obviously this is a business, you need to pay your bills and whatnot, but you like the love comes across even more, and like you can tell that you really think about everything for everyone else. And I honestly think that's so important. I think it's why this place is such a success, because you have got everyone else in mind. It would be very easy for you to be like, I want this, and this. If anyone says, oh, well, I want that, well, it's my gym, I'm in charge. Even though you obviously do take charge of what goes in, your thought for everyone else is amazing. I think honestly it's testament to why this place is so popular, because
you got to take any member. I don't know. It doesn't matter how long they've been training and what experience they've got. If they mention something, I'll listen to it and think that's not a bad idea. I'll take it. Always take it on board. And you're always learning. I see someone do a movement in the gym, think never seen that before, but
yeah, might give that a go.
Yeah, or investigate it. Yeah,
yeah.
You got to keep your mind open, otherwise.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a dinosaur. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to end up being a dinosaur, because I don't shut my ears to anything.
Yeah, no, that's wicked. And that kind of open-mindedness, we tried to teach people, obviously young anyway, but it shows that you can be any age and still have that attitude, and that's how you continue to progress and get better. And I suppose it's the same for bodybuilding as well. If you stay open-minded and you do still keep working at it and stuff, you can continue to make progress and then apply that to business, which I think is wicked.
Yeah, I know it's cliche, but I've never done a day's work since I had a gym.
Just feels like you're just
it's just I'm
living life.
Coming home, really. It's a second home. You know what I mean? Like most people, it's a second home anyway.
Yeah. Well, I bet you probably missed it as well. If we lockdown, haven't you? Just seeing your members and like engaging, interacting. Like, I imagine you probably had 1,000,001 messages like, "Can we just sneak in and have a session?"
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get that. But obviously, I mean, good luck to gyms that are doing it. You crack on keeping people happy. Some people need that for the mental aspect, because they don't realise. The government don't realise, but a lot of people need it for the mental aspect, the physical and mental, because it gets them through the week. Yeah. And it's a good for frustration in any walk of life. If you had a bad day, a good day, you still enjoy your training. It takes all your cares away. The hour or two you're in the gym, your cares disappear. Do you know what I mean? You come out refreshed. Obviously, you're too tired to stress on other things. But it's a way of life, isn't it? It's a way of life for everyone. And
it's a big release for people as well.
It's soul destroying coming in sometimes and seeing an empty building, because it should be full of life.
Yeah. Even just at the moment, this is not obviously how I'm used to seeing it. It's always booming. I mean, I come on a Sunday, which is supposed to be a quiet day, which is never quiet when I come in. Tunes are pumping, so I can only imagine for you just looking around thinking, fucking hell, can we just get back in here already?
I know, desperate to get everyone back in, and we've got some nice mixture of ages in there. We've got some old school members, new school, but they all sort of gel together, egg each other on. We have a bit of banter. It's nice.
That's wicked.
And catching up with people as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, know what they do for a living, their different jobs, and how's your day. And I'm a people person, so I'm built on talking. Yeah. Sometimes I talk too much, but that's me. You know what I mean?
Nah, never enough for, mate.
I love to rub it.
Yeah, no, that's good, mate. That's good. But again, it's rather that than turning up and people not knowing who you are. Like, oh, who owns this gym? Oh, Paul. Well, Paul's never here. Do you know what I mean? Or just like sitting behind the desk like miserable. You're not like that or anything. So I think again, but so do you still train at the moment? Do you still train?
I do little bits, yeah. I do little bits of training, yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep yourself ticking over, keep the heart pumping.
Nice, that's it. But just usually go around making sure everyone else is training hard.
Too right, yeah. Give people a little kick up the arse, really. Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their own goals in the gym. Obviously, as people compete, so they keep them motivated. And obviously, I'm here if I don't push myself on people, but if they want me to look at them or do some posing with them, any advice, I'm always there.
And who better than a head judge? To give him the honest opinions as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what they are, beginner, pro, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Everyone's on their journey, so that's what I'm here for, really.
Yeah, that's wicked.
I have, to be fair, my family have got a factory. Obviously, they're into other stuff, sheet metal and stuff, but obviously, Son Watson, to be fair to them, he's done very well. but there's certain things that need engineering that will create an audience and a marketplace. I mean, Hoist have proven that to me, that, and the prices are reasonable, to be fair.
Right, okay.
I mean, Atlantis and Prime are the dearest.
Right, okay, yeah,
But obviously people don't know that, but for the price, Hoist kit's very good.
Right. And sorry, where does Hoist come from? Is that from America as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. Decent.
California.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, you'd expect, like, I know that Atlantis equipment is very expensive, and Prime as well. And Prime's got a lot of traction recently in the UK. I think there's a lot of gyms that have got some Prime bits now. There's a gym by me in Southampton, a guy, he's got his own unit. He's got a few Prime bits in there. He's actually got the chest press. And, but yeah, he says it's expensive bits of kit. You know, it is. But that's interesting that Hoist is reasonably priced.
Because of social media, that's a good part of social media, is the fact that people see Steve, oh, he's using that bit of kit, or Phil Heath's using that, or any athlete's using something. It's engaging, right? And try and bring that in your gym if it warrants being there. That's all about me is retaining and keeping my members happy, because if they're happy here, obviously I expect people to go and visit other gyms, or I encourage it, because I used to.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still intrigued at other gyms, have a look around and maybe pick up some ideas, which is good. I mean,
see, again, I love that. That's because, you know, usually, you know, not all gym owners, but some are like, they expect you to be members of that's your gym and your gym only, you know, but the fact that you're encouraging people to go out, that just shows the love aspect of it, you know, that you're encouraging people to go and do other stuff because you love training and you want to see what else there is to offer.
Oh yeah, I mean, sometimes people need, even if it's just once a month, a change of scenery, change of equipment, change of angles, and just a little refresh, and then come back.
And that must help with some members, because this sounds silly, but obviously there will be some members that will feel too intimidated to go somewhere else because they don't want their gym to find out they've been elsewhere. So, but the fact that you just said all those things, because I've said that before, I'm like, you know, sometimes you like to go to a different, well, you know, I'm like a gym hoe. I love going to all different gyms, you know, but just like you say, having that bit of a break, and then they won't feel pressured then. They know that they can, you know, if they're seeing on Instagram or something training at another gym, it's not going to bother them, which again, for your members, must do them one. And it sounds silly that I'm even saying that, but that is a thing, isn't it? You know, within like member culture and that. So that's nice that you haven't got that here.
No, you can't have that mindset, in my opinion. If people come in with another gym's t-shirt on, I'm quite easy about it. It's not an issue, do you know what I mean?
They're here to train, aren't they?
You come in here for a workout, which is great, do you know what I mean? You're representing of some people I know, even gym owners. One gym, a friend of mine, he's got a t-shirt from every gym he's visited, because he's that way inclined. He just likes the fact that cements his visit to that gym.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Noel will tell you. Every time we've been to a gym, I'm like, I'm buying a vest or a hoodie or a t-shirt or something. It's like memorabilia.
Of course. We all do. I went to Goals, whenever I go to Goals, I buy a Goals t-shirt every single time.
Nice.
It's like, you remember where you bought the t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's like you go to a concert, you keep certain things.
Of course.
Brings back all the memories. It's all about building memories. So
yes.
I can't get arsy about people that have visited another gym. I expect it and encourage it in some ways, because I've got a good relationship with nearly all the independent gyms in the country. We've all got to stick together because we're all in the same boat. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We're all passionate, and we're putting a lot of time and effort into our gyms, and we want people to stay and keep training.
Love that. That's wicked. So obviously we've got a week until the gym's open, and I can't wait. And you always have big events here as well. Like, you've had so many different athletes and stuff. Have you got things lined up? I know it's going to be hard with like limitations on travel and stuff. Have you got things lined up from when it opens?
Well, obviously a few top pros. I won't say who will be coming here this year. Obviously that creates a buzz again. You know, obviously we've done a charity event for Fit Expo. It went really well. Obviously we always encourage, like, if people want to come and film here, that's fine. Obviously, ask us or DM us, and we'll let you come and film. Yeah. I'll encourage that as well. And some supplement companies want to do filming, or clothing companies. Always welcome.
Yeah. I suppose it's just more exposure for you, isn't it? And it's the fact that they're choosing your gym, that they want to come to your gym to work out. That must feel amazing. Yeah,
I know it's back scratching, but you've got to be open and free and easy in this industry, because. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Be nice, and people be nice back. It's how you approach everything.
Very simple. Very simple. Yeah. So if you could give any advice for someone that, like, for example, I'd love to have my own gym. I really would. You know, when you was first starting out, when you can do it, have you got any advice or any tips for people that would want to start their own gym?
Yeah, I mean, don't underestimate the amount of money it's going to take.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd say don't try not to do it on a budget if you can.
Right. Okay.
If your gym's got to be small to start with, so be it, but buy the best you can with the money you've got.
Okay.
And obviously, location is everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Parking is huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. You can build the best restaurant in the world. If you've got no parking, it's not going to get visited. No one's going to visit you.
Yeah.
Because people about convenience, not being funny, they are. But they don't want a 10-minute walk to your gym.
No.
They want to park in, walk in. I've had people moaning about it. They've had park down the end of the road, come in and do 10 minutes on the running machine. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like something about they've got to get close to the building.
Yeah.
Like shopping, everyone's into, obviously, like Blue Water or of locally or Lakeside or them places because they want to park up, walk in.
Yeah.
They don't want to mess around, which is fair enough. Do you know what I mean?
Especially if you've had a big leg session here, I imagine you don't want to walk 10 minutes. If I'd done like a session with one day, I do not want to be walking 10 minutes down the road.
That's why the legs is downstairs.
Yeah, see?
Do you know what I mean? But then they still got to walk upstairs to the toilet.
Yeah. Or hold it.
I watch them holding the handrail coming down. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, and it is spaced out so well. And that's one thing as well. Like, obviously, this is a huge space, but it's fit. It's all put together so well. Like, you don't really get on top of each other. And, like, it is very cool when you come in and you see, like, this pro's training over there or this person's in shape. And you just think... But then you look over and there's some normal people training too. So I think it's wicked when you come in and see that. So you're saying make sure that you don't scrimp, basically. Buy the best with what you can. And look...
Cater for everyone as well.
Yeah, cater for everyone.
Cater for all walks of life. Mm-hmm. Everyone.
So with that, obviously from a fitness industry standpoint, obviously you get loads of athletes and you want athletes to come here, so you're going to have good bits of equipment because they'll gravitate. Would you say, if it is even a focus, do you say you focus more on the athletes? Like when you're putting something in, like say you was going to get a new bit of Atlantis kit, would you be thinking, this will do for the people that compete, or are you thinking just of everyone in general?
Everyone in general, because obviously people underestimate people that just train for fun, because of social media, without even knowing, they're drawn into it.
Right. Yeah.
And you find they're actually keeping up to date on the bodybuilding scene. It might initially spark from someone in the gym competing,
right,
and then that brings them into the sport. Even if they're never going to compete themselves, they're interested.
Right.
They're engaged with it because they train themselves. They've got an affiliation.
Yeah.
So they're cleverer than what you think. And people walk in. I obviously get a lot of members here. Some people I know to say hello to, but don't know them by name. But you chat to them and they keep up with this, the whole fitness scene.
Right.
And it's like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? Never knew.
Yeah.
I mean,
I bet some of them probably know more than some of the people that compete as well. Some of the people that compete that are kind of like, like blindsided. They're only focused on like this. Like if I speak to someone that likes classic physique, they can't tell you about anything else, but they can tell you what the top 3 classic guys are doing.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, right, okay. But then you speak to someone like you say who's not really into competing, but knows about more. I would say they've probably got a little bit more knowledge because they're not so.
Yeah, speaking of classic, we was going to have bumps in here last year, but obviously that got blighted because of the lockdown, which would be nice because he's well liked.
Yeah.
He's quite humble.
Yeah.
He's made great improvements on his physique.
Insane. Really, really done well. His back's come up in. If you've seen the comparison pictures that they put up, he's done so well. So well.
I am a fan of Brion's as well.
Yeah. See, so if you putting them two together, Bumstead or Brion, who do you think? Do you think Bumstead deserved to win? Not that he doesn't deserve to win, but who would you pick out of those two if you?
Yeah, deserved the last Olympia in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
Being straight down the line.
Yeah.
And the year before could have gone either way. Brion was a bit flat, I thought, in the prejudging.
Right.
So that was very close. But yeah, Bumstead was a good winner this last Olympia. Yeah, he deserved it. What
about what do you think of Terence Ruffin? Because I'm a big Terence Ruffin fan. I really like Terence Ruffin. I just personally feel like, I don't know, he hasn't quite got the mass yet to compete with.
Yeah, he's not complete
He come second to Bumstead this year, didn't he? He come second, but I just feel like there's such a big difference between like Bumstead and Terence Ruffin. Do you know what I mean? Do you reckon he's got the potential to get to sort of?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, look at Sean Clarida in the 212.
Very true. What is he, 189 on
That's
stage?
the improvements he made over the 12 months.
He started as a WNBF pro, didn't he? So he's gone from that across to 212 Mr. Olympia. Yeah, he looks insane. I love Sean Clarida's physique.
Anyone can come out of the blue and win it. It's how bad you want it and what effort they put in. I mean, there's people coming through the ranks. It's just how quick they're progressing.
Yeah. I've got one question only because I listen to this. Obviously, I listen to a lot of bodybuilding podcasts and stuff. Kai Green, I don't really like talking about this because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big Kai Green fan. Like I think he's like phenomenal physique, like unreal. Do you think that, I don't know what I said like, do you think Kai Green could beat Big Ramy? A Kai Green coming back, could he beat Ramy if we're basing Ramy on what we saw last year? So like top tier Ramy.
If Kai can bring the look he had, where was it, before, then yeah, quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah, so like 2013 Olympia sort of look.
It's not, I mean, the man's kept training. I mean, Levone made that comeback, hat off to him, he done very well.
Yeah.
But obviously, you've got to, it's like why Dexter's lasted so long.
Yeah.
He's kept training.
Yes.
They're very smart with his training. Never had major injuries, and it's eked out his career. He's had longevity, but yeah, Kai could definitely do damage. I think.
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't know whether he's missed the boat or not. He should have obviously done it the last few years, but obviously he doesn't need it. He's doing well without it. But it'd be nice to see him, and it'll sort of bring up the atmosphere, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and like I say, I'm not a big fan of him, but I know that will bring a lot more people in to watch it as well, because there's people that have seen him in other stuff now, and then they'll see him then compete in a sport. But I know he's with Redcon, so there might be something in his contract that says that he has to. But I'd be intrigued to see whether he would.
I'd like to see him get back in the mix.
Do you think he would beat a Phil now? So if you were to put, say, Kai in, let's base it on like a 2013 Kai.
Yeah.
Do you think he would beat Phil now? I personally think he would. I feel like
quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah, Phil's.
But I still think Phil's got it in him. He's got to want it bad enough. I still feel Phil's got another Olympian in him, a win in him. Definitely, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
Definitely got it in him. You've got to get that fire back. You've got to want it bad.
I have to admit, like some of the shots looking at him versus Brandon last year, I was a bit like, I don't know if Brandon should have been second or been third. Do you know what I mean? But then I kind of look like, it's interesting you say that about Phil wanting it bad enough, because I was describing Phil as looking lazy. Compared to previous Phil, I was like, this looks like a lazy kind of looking Phil. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that's just because he's a bit lackluster now, or
yeah. I mean, but we've got to remember, like everyone thinks they're robots. Like the year, obviously, I think Phil had trouble keeping food down. He's eating a burger going up to the stage to try and fill out. You don't realise you can be ill a week out of a virus, and no one knows. He's out of shape. But it's like Rowley one year. He'd done a guest spot in Nepal, got food poisoning. I think it's a couple of years ago.
Right.
And he didn't look great at the Olympia, but I mean, funny, he's sitting on the pan for 3 days, coming out both ends. What can he do? Do you know what I mean? That's the trouble with the sport.
Yeah.
That can hit you any time. It's easy to judge, but you don't know what's gone on in the background. And obviously, if you do mention it sometimes, people say like sour grapes. You've had to mention the fact, I had this, I had that.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Sometimes it can actually is legit. So, and would you say as well, so being someone that's obviously, because you've been to Olympia before, obviously.
I think I've been 10 times now.
Have you? Yeah. Wow, I'm hoping to go either this year, well, probably not this year, like next year. I do want to go to one. Would you agree in the statement that it's different seeing them live to seeing like pictures? Because you know, people see pictures and stuff and like, oh, this person looks better, but it's different. I've always heard that it's different if you actually watch at the Olympia.
You can't really judge it unless you're live, like anybody, but you've got to be with the first 10 metres of the stage to judge it properly.
Right.
Subjectively. It's like any show, when I've judged before, someone who's sat 100 yards back say, oh, my friend should have won. I said, from your seat, maybe, but don't be funny, you've got to be closer to the stage than that, because it's different perspectives. It's like, there's a lot of bodybuilders look great when they're photographed on their Instagram. I think they're going to kill it.
Yeah.
But there comes the day, is that the same guy?
Maybe
it's filtered, maybe it's not. But some people photograph so well, and some people don't.
Yeah.
You can't beat it live. Do you know what I mean? When you're judging that close, every little vein, sinew, separation, you can
see them actually next to each other as well, not just pictures of that moment. You can see them live there in the flesh as well.
Oh yeah. Some people look great stand alone. Stand on their own, they're the winner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Till you get in that bigger lineup.
And you're like,
and obviously that's why you get people that say, well, this guy's going to win, that guy's going to win, because they're obviously, again, they look impressive stand alone. But until you get in that lineup, you don't know.
Yeah. So obviously it's hard because we don't know who is going to be in it. But would you say if Ramy comes like he did last year to this year's Mr. Olympia, do you think he's got a chance of winning it again?
Yeah, I think he's beatable. Don't get me wrong. Okay. He's quite beatable, but it's the first time he's really bought it. Obviously, his proportions needs to be addressed, but he's the best man on the day. You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
And he was there. Don't knock him. He actually bought it.
He did. Yeah, he really did.
And he deserved it. In my opinion, he deserved
I was watching it with my missus, and she's not really into bodybuilding. She's into training, but not into bodybuilding. And we just kept referring to him as Black Pants, and she was like, "Why is he so wham?" I was like, "He's just," but then obviously for me and you looking from more of a bodybuilding perspective, there is certain things that do need to be brought up. But it's easy for me to say.
Just to think, he couldn't do Spain, the qualifier, because he got caught COVID, and obviously, and history might have been changed because obviously if he hadn't got the invite,
yeah, true.
Brandon would have been Mr. Olympia again. So
yeah,
history would have changed completely.
Because everyone was upset, weren't they, when they saw that he got the special invite? But it was obviously worth it
because he won. Yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy, Ramy, as well. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, he seems like a nice dude. What about for 212? So for those that don't know, if anyone's watching this, 212 is basically Mr. Olympia, but for the, I don't want to say this, but for the smaller guys, their weight cap is 212 pounds, which is mad because I weigh 212 pounds at times. And if you look at the difference between me and them, it's mad. But do you fancy Sean Clarida for a second one this year?
Yeah, I mean, Kamal gave a good run for his money.
He did.
Kamal was a great amateur.
Yeah.
Great amateur. And obviously, people go, where's this guy come from? He's been around for years.
Right.
And it wasn't a shock to me.
Yeah.
When he won the Arnold and the Olympia. It was no shock to me because he's had beautiful lines for years.
Yeah.
But then obviously you've got Runsford if he brings it.
Yeah.
He's got the package, just bring it. Just something he just doesn't bring it.
I would say Clarida's probably, would you agree that he is beatable? He's amazing. I don't want to take anything from him, but he's definitely beatable. It's not like a Flex Lewis where you kind of think, I guess Flex again. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Clarida's got that, but then I think he must know that in his head as well. And that'll probably push him to work even harder this year. It'd be good to see him, like, what was he, 189? If he can get that to like 195 or even like 200 at the top, he would look ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, what for me is unfortunate is people like Sean Tavernier. Now, I think he was done very well in them lineups at his best. Obviously, he pulled away at the wrong time for him, but it's just a personal decision. I still think he would have done real damage.
Yeah.
But that was his opinion, and I honour that opinion. But it'd be nice to see him in the mix as a British bodybuilder.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we need some more.
Because he brought a really same package as well.
Yeah.
But the 212 is getting tightened up. It's getting more competitive.
I really like the 212. Like, I almost get as excited. Well, last year I was definitely more excited. As excited as the normal Olympia because just seeing Clarida.
Keane the Prodigy as well.
Yes, so he's with me in 212. He's insane. He's got a mad physique. I think he could be the future of 212. And I hate saying lines like that because it sounds so corny, doesn't it? But I really do because I feel like genetically he's got the work rate as well. Like, he's definitely got the potential to be another Flex Lewis. I think, like, just running with it.
Yeah, so you can cross both classes really, classic and bodybuilding. I think that's great now because people can sort of cross over.
Yeah.
Not so much. We don't see so many men's physique moving to classic. We get a lot of classic moving to bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding moving to classic. The best transition is obviously from classic to bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It doesn't work so well bodybuilding going to classic sometimes.
Like Regan, when Regan dropped down to classic, I still was not impressed with Regan's. And again, I know I'm just saying this as a spectator of the sport. It's easy for me to be here and be like, oh, I wasn't impressed by Regan, but I feel like he definitely suits bodybuilding open more so than his classic look. It's a classic, I don't know. I think a Bumstead classic, Brion, even Terence Ruffin walks over a Regan all day. Yeah. Like, without a doubt. Even a Keon as well, I think. Just
my favourite classic as well, that obviously he'd done our first show, the first pro qualifier in the UK, was Wesley Vissers.
Amazing physique. I saw him at Body Power posing at Dino's gym. His physique is insane. He's got a really great physique, he has.
To me, that is pure classic as well.
Yeah. He looks like golden era Arnold. Like, yeah, he's cut from a different cloth, that guy.
Oh, definitely. His surgeon, quad surgeon from the side. Yeah. His front quad. His posing is exceptional. Yeah. To show off the physique, he's got that big upper chest, nice shoulders. He's a little bit thick in the waist, but they're not too bad. But it emphasised that classic shape for some reason. It fits with his body.
Yes. Yeah. It just works.
You know what I mean? It's perfect. I mean, for that, couldn't put a smaller waist on it. It'd look odd.
Yeah. Agreed.
It personifies classic for me. No, I'm a big fan. Hopefully, he can do damage.
Nice.
Because he's only young. And,
he should be. Well. Yeah, because I think he's around the same age as Keon, if I'm not mistaken. So they could be our new Bumsteads to take the crown. Definitely.
Yeah, business has just come out of the blue.
Yeah.
Even when it was given the sword, he could pose with a sword straight away.
Yeah, it looks
So
wicked.
you know
he's been
doing,
practicing. He's been
practicing
ready for that. He's visualised that, and
he's had Conan
yeah, yeah.
on playback all the time. You know what I mean?
I will be there one day. That's wicked. Oh, mate. Well, hopefully we can see, especially with the shows opening back up potentially as well, see some great competitors. I look forward to many more training sessions here this year and seeing what pros and amateurs do end up coming here as well. And who knows, if I end up taking to the stage this year, I'll definitely get you to look over me again and give me the once over and tell me that, cut it, John.
Leave it.
Leave it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Go back to bulking again.
Anytime, buddy. You know that.
Yeah,
anytime.
I appreciate it a lot. Well, mate, thank you so much for your time today, Paul. I really appreciate this.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, mate, I will sit down and talk to you anytime. So, like I say, guys, make sure you get yourself down to Crayford Weights and Fitness. Even if you just, like I say, come down for the day, it's well worth it. Come on a Saturday, that's when you seem to see the most people, but any day of the week is just incredible here. And if you see a smiling guy walking around, he's got a little bit of lack of hair on the top, but he's got a big smile on his face, you'll know that's Paul.
Yeah.
So, thanks for listening, guys. And Paul, thank you for your time, mate.
Thank you.